Good morning. Hello. How are you all doing today? That's not right. Why aren't you loading? Monitor. Let's try this again. There we go. Much better. That's strange because not only did the capture card not load, but the monitor didn't load either, which usually the monitor is fine. Well, no, wait, usually it's the opposite. The monitor sometimes doesn't load, and I have to unplug and replug that in because, reasons. Esitsu, hello. How are you doing today? All right, so the plan is to... That doesn't look like Toasty to you. Oh, I know. I'm not going to do a course on Toasty yet. Toasty literally was announced yesterday. So for those of you who don't know, or if you're in the future, Toasty is another alternative ORM that is being planned. So not even like they don't even know what features it is, but one of the people working on Toasty is also in the Tokyo ecosystem. And that's pretty exciting because a lot of the Tokyo projects have been really amazing, like, Axum, for example. And so having an ORM for them might be really good, and maybe it'll just take over and it will be the thing to use instead of Diesel and CORM in the future, or maybe it will be a something else. We don't know. We don't want another Axum situation. What's the Axum situation besides the fact that sometimes it feels like in limbo to me because it doesn't have a logo or a web page still, or like official documentation. That's the only negative I have about Axum. Other than that, I love Axum. All right, so looking at my notes from Tuesday, we are working on the book author join table tests. And I believe we just finished the associate book with author test. So if I run this, everything should pass, right? Yeah, there we go. Everything passes. So welcome to my new course for Toasty 0.1. Tomorrow, we will explore Toasty 0.2. On Friday, we'll be looking at 0.3 and how it broke everything again. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean with Axum. Yes. And the big thing was that they didn't expect to break anything more with Axum, but the libraries that they were using behind the scenes were breaking everything. That was the big problem there, which kind of sucks and, totally understandable, but also it's one of those like, well, that's why they can't advertise it as ready to go yet. Getting in early can be a benefit too, just not this early. Yes, it's actually in incubator stage, and that means it's not even to the point where they necessarily want testers for it to make sure that it's working. It's more of like, what do you even want it to be? So there's a Reddit post, and I think discussions on GitHub about like, what features do we even want to have? Like one of the features I saw discussing about it was potentially having it work with DynamoDB, which would be a really fascinating tool, but very different from what traditional ORMs are doing. So if it goes down that path, who knows? It may not look like an ORM by the end of it. It might be really good. It just may not look like what we know of as an ORM. All right, talking. That's hard today. All right, so these tests are passing, so we're able to associate a book with an author test. So create. So basically CRUD with this too. So we can create. That's associate with book with author test. Read. So I want to get book with it with it's one author. So I think what we should do is we should have a test for get book with its one author test. And then we'll do another one for get book with its multiple authors test. All right, so given that, what do we want to do? Well, first we have to have our connection. Then in order to control this, let's create one book and one author, right? So let author name, okay, so we create a new author, we create a new book, and then we want to create that author and create that book. Semicolon. There we go. All right, so we got that. Huh, that's strange. The left bottom part of my monitor is like the one I have chat on is it's like shaking. It's not all of it. It's like right behind a certain spot. I wonder if I have some electrical weirdness going on. Hopefully the monitor is not about to die. Might want to play with some cabling stuff later to make sure I'm not getting any weird interference. I guess that could be it too. I don't remember seeing this yesterday, so it might just be me moving something around. I don't know. Okay, so we've created that. We want to now associate. So we associate book with author, and so we have our book ID, our author ID, and our connection. Okay. Now, given that, I now want to we're going to have a get author with, so this is going to be both, right? So get author with books is going to handle both of these tests. Now I know that we're going to need, okay, so we're probably going to want like an author ID, and we're going to want a connection. Now we're going to return a result with how should we do this? It could be a tuple. So we could do this as a, oh, it should be an option after this. And then it'll be a tuple with an author. And that's the model of the author. And then the other one is a vec, a book. That's what our sort of combined join is going to be. And that way we can see author and book here. Otherwise, we'd have to create a struct that has author and books together, which, I mean, is fine. That's okay. But I don't know if it's that necessary, and a little type like this should be okay. Okay, so if I want to just return okay, and let's just start with none. That'll be fine. Did I not pull in book? I did not. Okay, so show shape book with author. So let's now get. Okay, so I'm going to question mark it, which gives me the option. So I want this to be a sum, but I might as well keep. Oh, I'm going to keep this as the option. So this is going to be the author with books. There, get author with books. We have the author ID, our connection. That gives us an option like this. All right, so we should be able to assert that author with books is some and. All right, so then here we're going to have author and books. Okay. Yeah, we have our author, we have our vec book. Okay, excellent. So for the author, we just want to check that the name is good, right? Hello, Stacking. How are you doing today? You were told on good authority this would be a toasty stream. Well, that was a lie. Well, I mean, can we just like change it to toasty take instead of hot take? So sorry, that was a toasty take. That we'd be doing a toasty stream. I don't know. I don't think that works here. I'm trying to force it. You were just about to publish the next version of your crate, and you saw that a few more toasty crates had been published. Wait. Are people already creating toasty crates? Because isn't Toast not even on crates.io yet? Which that was also a decision. I don't think I agree with that. I think he should have squatted on the name right away so that nobody could steal it and then cause confusion later on. Ayush, hello. How are you doing today? Make a tutorial on Actix Web and Diesel ORM to learn backend in Rust. Also, why is my chat not loading? Why do you be like that? Refresh? Okay. Well, I lost the previous chat, but now when you say something more, it will show up and everybody can see it and, chat with each other, essentially. Okay, Toasty 0.1 has been published for a month. Oh, but this is for the other component crates. Okay, that would be it. A good joke would be to rename the diesel crate. What are other gas types? Should we make just rename diesel? We could a wrapper for diesel and we'll call it propane. Or wrapper for diesel and call it natural gas. Ayush, you are a student. You want to learn backend and Rust. Will I help you? So I guess to a degree, I might be able to help, but for the most part, Like I don't really necessarily have the time to do like a full one-on-one tutoring right now. And so unless it was like a paid type thing, but even then I would probably be charging more than a student's um a student salary. Students don't get salaries. Would be able to afford. So I would rather be able to help through like maybe answering questions in chat. We can do that, or on Discord. So those are the two best places to sort of like maybe hang out, chat, talk about backend and that kind of stuff. Like out of curiosity, what are you using right now? And in the meantime, while we're chatting about that, we're going to continue working on this. So I want to, okay, so we want to do another assert. So assert equal. That the author.name is partial equal to author name. Will you be happy with that? No. Oh, no. Okay, so hold on. We have to do... I can't do this as an assert equal. I think what I need to do is... we have to return... so the author name is equal to author.name. So that gives me the Boolean there. And books is length 1. Oh, this is gonna be fun. So books length is equal to 1. And the first books, so books, so we could do first. That gives me that. I can unwrap you because that should be safe. I mean, in that case, I might as well just dive in like that. So then I want to check to see if your book name is that. So name is equal to book name. All right, so 3 things that we're testing inside of there. Which is not great, but I think that works. So if we run you should fail. Because you're a none right now. All right, so now we need to do our actual join here. Okay, so what is that going to be? I want to get the author. Oh, I want to get all the books, or I want to get the author ID. I forget the order that it wants us to do this in because it's sort of a little strange the way this works. We say, I guess we can get the author, right? Yeah, because we know we know the author itself, so we can get the author. So letter author and the author how do I want to do this? I need to get the schema. Okay. Wait, no, not that. What am I thinking? Create schema here. Like, wait. Nope. That's not where to put it either. What's wrong with me? Yeah, isn't it schema, comma, like that there? Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's what I want. So use schema, authors, DSL, authors struct. Okay, so now authors, I want to find by the ID. So this is going to be the author ID. We're going to select from the author table as select. So give me everything. And then we'll get the first, pass it in the connection. And actually, why do I need to get this myself? We already have a method to do this for us. We should just use that one. So, if I use, let's go up one, author queries, get author by ID. There. Perfect. So I don't even need this. I'll probably need it eventually. But all right, so get author by ID. So I want to let our author equals get author by ID, pass it in the author ID and the connection. We already have the context in there, so that's okay there. I'm going to guess I probably should put a context in every single one that we're doing here. So context is getting author for, guess it's just getting author. Okay, so that gives us an option author. So, and that's another fun thing. Can I double question mark you? No, I can't. That would be awesome if I could like figure out a way to say like, hey, both this result and option question mark that together. But no, I can't do that. So we need to, if this is, or we can just do this with a let sum. So let sum else return none. Return okay, none. Okay, so now we have access to the author. Great. Now we need a vec of our books. And we need to load the books grouped by the author ID. Right? Oh, but don't we have to do this through... Oh, yeah, I think you have to do something. You have to load all the books, right? Yeah, because it is weird in this ORM. Many... Wait, how does it not find... Oh, many to many? How does it not find that? Hold on. Many to many. We currently have books and they have pages, but books have an author too. Okay, so we have our book authors. We have these things. When we do our query, Get a list of all the books belonging to. Okay, so we get. All right, so we already knew that. So we get the author. So we got that. Get a list of all the books. So book author belonging to that one. And then, okay, so we just have to do a join to get the books. Okay. All right, so. And then you're doing this starting from the table. So book author. Isn't it belonging to? Yeah, belonging to. Belonging to author. They're going to do an inner join on the books table, which is fine. Inner join on book table. Select the entire book. Okay. Which is fine. So book as select and then load. Yeah. Or get results. I guess both those work. Center connection. Context is getting all books for the author. So this is the books for author. So I guess this is just books. You're unhappy with this. No functions, generate belonging to function. No, that's wrong. We are bringing in the prelude. Book author. Yeah, book author belongs to book. That should do it for us, right? Belonging to constructs a query which we can chain. Okay. Oh, belonging to DSL. Is that what I'm missing? Wait, nope. I think that needs to go up here. Where's my diesel? Nope. Okay, so that trait isn't happy. Can it? Okay, so belonging to, so items from traits can only be used if the trait is implemented and in scope. Book author, create models. The book author models, if we go that, we have belonging to that. So this should add in the belonging to there. Schizophrenic web developer, hello. How are you doing today? What's my favorite cloud provider? Azure, AWS, or GCP? By default, it's going to have to be AWS because that's the only one I've really used. I've not really spent enough time in either Azure or GCP to have an opinion on them one way or the other. I suppose GCP, I'm constantly terrified that Google is going to just shut down anything that I use. So I tend to not recommend anything Google anymore from, to companies. Like it's either going to be like a Microsoft. Well, pretty much any other company's product other than Google right now. Because like who knows? Like after they got rid of their domain service, I've been really hesitant because like domains were really strong central part to Google Cloud Platform. So that's, I don't know. It feels, I feel weird suggesting GCP. But yeah, that's my answer. AWS. Okay, so you don't like belonging to. Now, belonging to DSL. What if instead we do the use thing? So we do use schema, book authors, DSL, book authors like this. And so then here, okay, so if I use book authors, can I get belonging to off of that? No method. Okay, so hold on. Let's comment you all out. So what do I have here? I don't have a belonging to off of you. All right, so let's go to our demo. So in our models, we had post and user. Hold on. Where's our, oh, belongs to. So post belongs to user. And then we have these two things, right? So belongs to tag, belongs to user. So same general idea here. And then in show post, oh, I am doing post. Post belonging to. Because post is the one that has belongs to. We have queryable, selectable, associations, identifiable. Oh, no field with column name ID. That's what this prop. Oh, I forgot. That's the issue here. Oh, I wonder if we. Okay, so. Annie Singh, hello. How are you doing today? Hey everyone. One question: if I have two arrays of around 10K values each, from one array, I want to find the same entities from second array. What should I do to reduce time complexity? There's a bunch of different possible solutions to that. Is this a homework assignment? Yes, kind of. Okay. So we don't want to give you the answer because that will like, undo any of the benefit of schooling for this, right? So what have you tried and what are your thoughts? Like what are your experiments? Ooh, we can use the primary key here. Oh, here it is. By default, the primary key is assumed to be a single field called ID. If it isn't, you can put diesel primary key like that on your struct. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. So then your book ID, author ID, just like that. Excellent. Binary search, then using pandas to get lots. So lots of DF4 matches. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely well, okay. What is the prerequisite for binary search? Like, can you just do binary search on any old array? Okay, so that queries. All right, so now this should work. Sort the column and then divide and conquer. Okay, yeah. So it's that sort part. That's the prerequisite. And what's the big O for a binary search? You're not sure? I would look that up. That's your course may not care about that, but that actually is something that, like, you know, when you're getting jobs, you might be asked for something like that. So that's actually good information to have of, like, what is a binary search, and why, like, why do people like it so much? Especially in computer science, which with really large arrays. Okay, why are you still upset at us? The trait-bound book author diesel belonging to diesel author is not satisfied. Belonging to diesel author is not implemented for book author, but it should be. Right? We have belongs to author here, which means it can find the book ID here. Does the order of this, that shouldn't matter. Huh, interesting. And then you won't let me, yeah, you won't let me, like, import the trait. It's not that I have to pull in the trait. It's that it's, I mean, maybe I do. Yeah, no, that still doesn't happen. Still does not like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do book author belonging to. Oh, the trait bound book author belonging to DSL author is not satisfied. The trait belonging to DSL author is not implemented for book author, but it is implemented for a reference for author. Got it. That is not nearly as nice for this. Load. Okay, so are you just telling me you don't know what this is? Or are you actually saying it's nothing? What if I get results? Same issue here. Okay, so give me book author belonging to author. So give me all the books. It'll give me book author, inner join, select, get results, and you. So what? Inner join, select. Oh, right. I have to do both of these here. I forgot. That's how to do it. So I want book author as select. So I don't actually care about book author at all. I just want book as select. Oh, that gives me a VECA book. That's what it is. So you have to tell me now that you're a VEC, a book. Because I'm just getting book. The books belonging to. Okay, excellent. Okay, so good to know. So now we have all the books for this author. And I can just return, okay, some author books. I mean, that should work, right? Okay, so that is happy. Let's run our tests before we clean up. Yeah, okay, everything's happy. So I don't need you. That wasn't too bad. Oh, you have a double comma in there. And we don't need you. Okay, excellent. I can also, this keeps on resetting. Let me resize you. Do that. All right, so test. All right, so that's get book with its one author. Let's now repeat this. Get book with its multiple authors. Oh, I did this opposite. I did this backwards. Hold on. Let me just change the test. So this is get author with its one book. Get author with its multiple books. Oh, test. Okay. So same thing. I want connection, author name. I mean, okay, so let's actually just grab you. All right, so we start with, we have our connection, author name, book name, let second book name. Create book. Second book name. Okay, connection. Associate book with author. And I want to do this again with second book ID. Okay, so now that one author has two books, author with books, get author with the books. Okay, it's the same thing. Author with books is some, and author books. Okay, so author name. Okay, so I think we're gonna make. I'm just gonna do this multiple things. So we're gonna assert. Let's first just assert that author with books is some. Okay, so you are something. So then I want to I guess we can unwrap it now, right? So author with this can just be author books. Author with books. Unwrap at this point. And then we're happy about you. Okay. Now, we've already tested the author, so I don't actually care about you. We only care about the books at this point in time. I want to test that we have multiple books, right? So I want to assert that the books.length is 2, and I want to loop through the books and then make some assertions in there too. So let's do a for I don't think I can easily do an all, can I? And I don't know which one it is. So actually I can do an all, can I? Do an assert. The books iter all. We have a book. We have book dot name is equal to book name, or book dot name is equal to second book name. Okay. That should do that. So now we can run this test again. There we go. Okay, so everything passes. So then, so if I were to say like, hey, there. You should yell at me saying, yeah. Okay, so it's not one of these because it's not book name or the second book name. Perfect. We have all of you set up. Perfect. Okay, excellent. So, all right, so we have get the author. We have the associate the book with the author test. We have get the author with its one book, get the author with its multiple books, and we want to do the same thing now, get book with its one author. And I think this will probably actually be very similar to this, won't it? So let's do get book with its one author. Okay, so we have author name, book name, create the author, create the book, associate the book with the author. We're going to get book with authors. Book ID and connection. We'll have a result and an option and a tuple of book and a vec author. Okay. And so let's return just an okay and a none to begin with. So we get book with get book with authors. There we go. Okay. Get book with authors. There we go. Okay. So then we pass it the book ID and the connection, and that should give us an option. We assert is the book with authors. Oh, I should have used the rename function. The book with authors is some. I unwrap this. You become book. You become authors. And you become book with authors. Okay. Assert equal. Author's length is 1 in this case. Assert. Okay, so authors iter. So right now we actually know. Okay, so if I just do an iter all book name equals book name, and I don't actually have to test the rest of that. That should actually be fine. You are book ID, not books ID. Oh, and I also want to assert. So assert equal that the book name is book name. Okay. Much nice. Very good. You should fail because left does not equal right, right? Book authors is some. Okay, yeah. So because it's a none right now. So let's go ahead and make this test pass. All right, so get books with authors. It's a very similar type thing. We are going to now grab the let's see. Well, I guess we grab the one book, right? So let our book equals get book by ID. and the book ID and the connection. Getting book. Okay, so we have you, and then I need this to be a sum book. Otherwise, we're going to return an okay, none. All right, there we go. So we have our sum book. Excellent. Given that book, I want to, what do I want to do with that? I want to now grab all of, okay, so now we need to do our query for the authors. So our authors, we're going to start with book author. So book author belonging to book. We're going to do an inner join. It's so upset. Inner join author table. We're going to select author as select. So get me all the author stuff. We're going to get results. Pass it the connection. All right, so getting authors belonging to book to the book. Okay, you don't know what you are. That's fine. So you're going to be a vec of author. And so then I want to just simply return an okay sum tuple of book and authors. And you should now pass. Failed. What happened? It's full size you. Okay, failures. Assertion failed, authors, iter, all. Book name equals book name. The book name failed. Huh. Well, that's a strange one. I kind of want to print line what the book name is. So before we do this, assert equal. And then why isn't that? Wait a second. Hold on. It panicked at another book author test. Line 105. Book name equals book name. Wait a second. Oh, is it because I'm using... it's probably because I'm... It's probably because I have multiple authors and books named like the same thing, like book name or new book name or test book name or something like that. And I think we need to be more careful with the names of the test. And so I'm thinking we use... Okay, so if I pull in rand, let's just add rand in here. I don't think I need anything I just need simple rand. And SP restart. I want to go in and add in the seeds test is the only one I don't need to do. Book CRUD test. Okay, so every time I create a new name here, I want to also add this in with like a format and a random, like a random something. So we'll do something like format. So this will be new book test. And then do I need to do RNG? Isn't there a way for me to get like a random number without, I just do rand. Generates a random value using the thread local random number generator. Okay, so I can get just a number. So random, you're gonna need, oh, are you okay with that? And then you need this to be just a reference. No, you're not okay with this. You need this to be type annotations. So you can be a probably a U16 is enough to make it random enough. Okay, so new book name for that. Create book. Okay, so let first book name. Let's do first book. Can I create a helper function for like random book name? And can I then use that? Can we use modules? I don't remember if we can do that. So if I create like a new and I want to go into tests, utilities, S. All right, so if I, it seems to be okay with this. So if I do a pub function, random name, let's say. We return this as a string. And we're just going to say, it's going to be so, oh, I vaguely remember that you could also do a random, can I do random characters? But I don't want to do that. I would want to have, there is a way to do that. But maybe I don't care that much. So if I just say, it's like, random name, I guess we can have like book and author, right? So let's just have the, well, the name be a stir. So we'll have a name. And we return that. Okay, now, can I, on our book CRUD test, grab our name out of here? I don't know. We're going to find out, right? So let's say book one name. Random name. Can you find it? So I call it first book, like that. But use you can't find that. Oh, that's really too bad. I was really hoping that I can like do a module and like grab something out of here, but I don't think I can, right? And I think we've tried this before and we realized that this doesn't work, which is really unfortunate. So either I have to combine all of the tests together into one file, which sucks for its own reasons, or I have to put like the utilities into the actual project. Or I just throw the random name into each file, which maybe we'll just do that. So if we do that, okay, so new book name. Module should work in tests. In the tests folder though, because it doesn't seem to find it. Like how do I do modules in the test? So Rust, Lang, modules. I guess it'd be, is it integration tests? End-to-end tests? See how we have the test directory. So this is what I want. I want integration test to load another module inside of tests. Did you add the mod? Oh, wait. Oh no, I completely forgot to add the mod, didn't I? Oh, that's silly of me. Hold on. Let me try this again. So mod utilities. Oh yeah, okay. There we go. You're right. I was just being silly. I forgot the mod. All right, so random name. This is new book. New book name. Okay, so we got you're happy there. Okay, so we need to do the same thing here. First book, let book 2 name. Second book, so create book, you're going to be book 1 name. Book 2 name. Assert that. Your name is going to be book 1 name. else if the ID is that, you're going to be book 2 name. Oh, book. Why are you book? Book 2 name. Okay, excellent. You are let book name. Let's see. Oh wait, we got a raid. Right? Ninja Brer, hello. How are you doing today? How was your stream? What are you working on? Let's see. I missed a lot. So let's see. Atomic Man 007. Tree Makes Art. Neutrino. Matt Artistry. Sleeper Teal Coder. Welcome. This isn't too painful. It's more of just I wrote it wrong, and so it's like, okay, gotta write it right. I was lazy the first time, and now I'm paying the price for that. So it's not too bad. It's just pain. The pain is just because I should have done it the first time. Let's see. You're in Tree Record Art. Hello, Q&A on software dev. Nice. Well, that sounds really fun. So hopefully you were able to do all the Q&A stuff you wanted to do. A fun and informative one. That's even better. Awesome. Well, thank you again for the raid, and let me do a shout out to both of you. So, nope, wrong keyboard. Keep on doing that. Shout out to Ninja Rare. All right, so am I following you? I'm not following you. Let's fix that. And then another shout out to Tree Makes Art. Oh, I have to wait a minute and 43 seconds before I give another shout out. All right, so hold on. We'll wait and then we'll do that in a little bit. Okay, so what we're working on right here is a course for Diesel, which is an ORM in Rust. An ORM is an object relational mapper. If you're sort of like not familiar with the backend, it's basically a supposedly nicer way to connect to a database and deal with like a bunch of joins and other sort of complex schemas that you might have to work with. Now, Rust being Rust, the ORMs in Rust, I think, are a little bit more complex. Wrong word. Complicated than ORMs in other languages. Like the ORMs for Ruby, well, specifically Rails, the ORMs for Python, JavaScript, I think those are really great. However, here, like, I don't know, like, I like them, but I don't like them as much as I just like plain SQL, as which is always funny. So currently I'm starting to run into problems because the book names that I'm creating are I was just sort of recreating the same ones. They're like, oh yeah, the random name generation, it's not going to cause problems, until eventually I started doing the many-to-many joins and tests, and now it's getting too many connections because I believe I have too many of the same name. So I wanted to actually do a random name just to make sure it's a little bit easier to sort of like see, hey, what's going on when. Otherwise, I suppose, the other thing I could do is like reset the database every time I do a test, but that also seems like not a great idea, especially since a lot of these tests run concurrently. Concurrently. So I don't necessarily want to do that either. So for example, book name, you're now going to be book name like that. All right, so original name, new book. So I want you to be Mat surround that. Random name. Oh, can I just do that there? Oh, yeah, that's perfect. New name, that. So original name. Do that. That's good. Okay, create book. Random name. Book name. Okay, so you're happy there. All right, so that's this file. So let's book cred test. Let's go to the author cred test, and we'll do the same thing here. So new author name. Random name. So I have to mod utilities like that. And then I should be able to find this. Yes, there we go. Okay. So create author. Oh, let's do that. Also, that'll make you happy. For what you see, I guess I'm writing test for the said ORM. It's not test for the ORM specifically, it's test for using the ORM. So basically this is an assessment. So we're creating a course for like how to use the ORM. And like a big part of this is going to be, okay, now write a library to actually create a bookstore, essentially, books, authors, and then join them together with the book authors. I want the learner to write the models, the actual like queries, all the like, important stuff for that. And then these automated tests will let the learner know, okay, you've done it correctly now. Everything works the way it's supposed to. So that's what we're doing here. Okay, so create author like that. What are you upset about? Can't compare string with string. That's how. Okay, I did the same thing here. So author one name. Okay, so I create that. You're gonna be author one name. Don't do that. That's a double reference. You're gonna be author two name. Author two name. And I hard coded you because I'm awesome like that. So this is gonna be author one name. Author two name. Okay. Right. I need to. Okay, so in this case, it's actually is easier to come over here and just do that. Okay, so create author, another one here. Okay, author name, we get that. You are now author name. We're going to go there. Okay, so original name, new authors. This needs to be a random name. So random name like that. I probably should do this one as a random name too. Create author. reference you. Update author needs to be referenced as well. And then we check to see that it's the updated one. Okay, so author name, you're fine there. Okay, and that's all of these. And then finally, we have our book author tests. Okay, so let's mod utilities. And we'll do the same thing here. Okay, so random name that. Random name you. Okay, so we give you there, associate the book with the author, and then everything else should be fine. Okay, get author with one book, so then you need to be done like this. Come on, random name. Reference you, and then the rest of the tests are happy here. Get author with its multiple books test. Okay, so then now we're doing multiple of these. Random name you. Random name you. Random name you. Reference you. Reference you. Reference you. Okay. And then you're done and good. Okay. And then get book with its one author. Is this the last one? This might be the last one. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now all of that to test to see if now our tests work. Cargo test. Or if it was actually something else the entire time altogether. All right, now let's see. You failed. Get book with its one author panicked. Iter all book name equals book name. Well, that's fun. So get book with its one author. Okay, so that's the most recent test. So it's right here. Interesting. Okay, so book name doesn't equal the book name based upon this. That what did we get? On a print line. So book name is book.name. Okay, so show me what you're supposed to be, and then also go ahead and should be book name. Okay. Yeah, I didn't shadow it, did I? Like I didn't do like a let book name and like accidentally remove it. So that should be fine. All right, so let's cargo test. Book name, new book 28275 should be new book 28275. Wait a second, that is exactly it. Okay, hold on. Just to make sure there's no weird shenanigans, let's put quotes around these. So that way we can see whether or not there's any weird spaces. No? Okay. So new book dash 27254. Yeah, okay. So why? Okay. Print line. Let's do another print line in here. So we're going to say in, oh, wait. This is, I'm just being silly. Oh. This is what happens when you copy paste the code for the previous test and you didn't properly update it all. So yes, we're getting a single year book and we are testing the book name and that is working, but the failure is in the all. And if I read properly, I would have seen it's author's iterator, but I'm looking at book here and you should be author. So author name should be author name, like that. That works. Okay. So now I can get rid of that print line. Yeah, it's only print line I have. So you were comparing author names to book names? Yep, that's exactly what I was doing. That's, yeah. So this test is passing. So get book with its one author. Now, see if I learn my lesson if I copy and paste this test again, even after I just caused problems by doing that. Okay, so get book with its multiple authors. So connection, author name is that. So we're going to have book one name. Book one name. Don't press escape. Let book two name. So second, new book. Okay, so author ID. We create the author. So we're going to have book one ID. Let book. No, wait. I'm already screwing this up. Undo. This should be author one name. Let's just do author name one because that's easier. Let author name two equals random name. Okay, so author name one, author name two to that. Book name is that. Author ID. Okay, so this is going to be author ID one. And then let author ID two. We're going to create the author. Author name two. Pass it in a connection. Okay. So we have that. We have our one book ID. Associate book with author. So the book and author ID one get connected together. And associate book with author. So our book ID, our author ID 2, and our connection. We get the book with authors. We assert that the book with authors is something, so it did successfully find the book. We get the book and the authors. Okay. The book name should be the book name. The author's length should be 2 now. The author's iter. Okay. So author name is that, or author.name is equal to author name 2. And you need, what are you upset about? Oh, I forgot to, in creating the author, question mark that. Okay, there we go. So no errors, no warnings. If we run this test, everything should also pass. There we go. Okay, so now we can get an author with its one book, get an author with its multiple books, get a book with its one author, get a book with multiple authors, and then there is the last one. And this is the one that always screws up the students the most, or at least when you're first learning coding. So if you're just learning ORMs, this should not be quite as hard. We're going to have a function get all books and authors together. So we want all the books and their authors. So get all books with their authors test. Okay, so we'll start with our connection. Once we have that, we want to create multiple books with multiple authors. And I want to make sure that I have a duplicate of at least one. So I want, let's see, in the original should I just rerun the seeds? I could rerun the seeds, which means I want to clear everything first and then get everything. That'll slow things down, or we can just create. We can just create stuff. I want a book with one author. Okay, I want one book with 2 authors and 2 authors with 1 book. That's what I want. Essentially, you totally screwed up your crate release due to feature flags your CI build passed because one crate in a workspace indirectly enabled the required features and they were built together, but the publish failed because it was built on its own. Oh no, your perfect release history is over. I mean, I'm sorry, but it does happen to a lot of us. So that's like it's a sorry thing. All right, I can also do a shout out to Shri Makes Art now. Yeah, and I'm definitely following Shri. All right, so let's see. Let's create a bunch of books. So let's create book 1 name. So random name equals, what am I doing? So this will be, okay, so this will be book to make this as sort of like evil as possible, I want to also have a book without an author, don't I? So book without an author. So that book to name and this is going to be book with one author. And book 3 name is going to be book with 2 authors. Okay, so then we're going to have author 1 name. You're going to be author without a book. Author with 1 book. Oh, I forgot an equal sign. I did it again. Oh, that's not how to do it. Apparently I'm getting tired. Okay, so author with 2 books. Okay, so this is what our naming thing is going to be. So let's go ahead. Okay, so now we want to create these. So we'll do book 1 ID create book 1 name, our connection. Okay, so now if I do this and I select for 1 and I replace with 2, yeah, that works. So select 2 and I replace with 3. Okay. Now I want to do let author 1 ID create author 1 name and our connection. Okay, so now we have all 3 of the books created and all 3 of the authors created. I want to okay, associations. Time to associate together. So we want to associate book with author. All right, so book without an author does not get the association. Book 2, so book 2 ID gets 2 authors, right? So you'll get author 1. So author 1 ID and our connection, like that. Book 2 ID, that's 1 author. So now we do book 3 gets 2 authors. Oh, and author didn't have a book, so you can't be author 1. So you're 2, and then you become 2 and 3. Okay, so book 1 doesn't have an author, so it's not associated. Book 2 is associated with author 2, who has 1 book. Book 3 is associated with 2 authors. So that needs to be, dang it. Okay, so author has 1 book, so it can't be author 2. So this is going to be author 3. I need another author. So author 4 is author with 2 second author, like, I guess this shares author with book. So shares authorship with book. All right. Book 1 ID. Yeah, that's not done that. Okay, so book 2 with author 2. Book 3, book with 2 authors. Oh, you know what I need? I need another book 2. So that book 4 name. So another book with 1 author. That's okay. I think that's what it is. So, all right, let's try this again. Book 2. Book 2 is book with 1 author, and so that has author 2, which is author with 1 book. Book 3 is book with 2 authors. So 3 and that's author. That can't be author 3 then, because 3 has, author with 2 books. I mean, it could work with that one. So why is my brain not working with this? Why is this so hard? Okay, so we have book with 1 author. So book without an author is easy, right? It's like the author without a book and a book without an author is fine. And then we have okay, then book 2 has 1 author. So 1 author should be, let's actually change this to wrote book 2. So author 2. So book 2, author 2. Book 3 has 2 authors. So I need 3. So wrote, so this will be wrote book 3. Because book 3 is with 2 authors. So wrote book 3, author 4 co-wrote book 3. Okay, so now three becomes 4. Okay, so book 3 with author 3, because author 3 wrote book 3. Book 3 with author 4, because they co-wrote book 3. Great. Book 4 is another book with 1 author, because I want 1 author that wrote 2 books. So, okay, book with one author. Wrote book 2 and 4. There. So, associate book with author. We have book 4. Select 3, replace 4. Okay, so book 4 ID. All right, author 2 name. So author 2 ID. Enter connection. There we go. I don't know why that was so hard, but changing those titles made it a lot easier on my brain. Okay, perfect. So we now have a bunch of different sort of like relationships together. And I want to now get all books and authors. Let's write the signature for our query here. So we're going to have a pub function, get all books and authors related together. So we're just going to take in a connection and return a result with a vec. And how do we want to do this? So it's probably going to be a vec of book with a vec of author. That's my guess. And I'm not returning anything, so then you will be an okay, an empty vector. I think that makes sense because I could go the other way around. I could just say, give me all the authors with all their books. I could get them separately, but I mean, we already have queries for those. We want these like associated together. Okay, so this is good so far. We're going to now run. So we're going to say we want books. So this is all books with authors. Get all books and authors. Pass it the connection. Okay, and we have you. So, some tests. We should get 1, 2, 3, 4 books. So this first vector should be a length of 4, right? So we're going to assert equal that all books with authors length is equal to 4. We'll do this like one step at a time to sort of like help with this. So we'll test and failed, left does not equal right. Perfect. All right, so let's actually do it. Let's grab all of the books. Oh, you know what? I do need to reset the database for this one. This test absolutely must reset the database because if I don't, we'll have more books. And that's not great. Or we say that yeah, okay, hold on. We say that instead of assert equals, we just do an assert you need to be greater than or equal to 4. We do that. And you failed because yeah, so you're not true. Okay. Let's now make that pass. I want to get all of the books. So use do diesel create. Let's grab the schema. Okay, so use schema books. Well, actually, hold on. I don't need to do that at all. I can start with, oh, I do need to use the schema for this. Because I'm going to join inner. Okay, so we're going to use schema book authors, DSL, book authors. Okay, here we go. I'm surprised these tests don't fail more often. Have you configured the test threads? I haven't. It's actually quite shocking that they're not failing way more often. I should probably set them to run single threaded, but I think the reason why they're not failing is because I'm not assuming anything about the contents of the database except in the seeds test, and the seeds test erases the database and goes in, but because everything is like single threaded and running, I think that's why it works. I wonder if the ORM, because that is asynchronous, is going to cause more problems. Okay, get all books and authors. So I want to book authors. I just want we want inner join. We're going to do a book table. Another inner join with the author table. Let's multi-line this. Also, we're going to say our book and authors. How about that? Okay, so book authors, inner join the book, inner join the author. I want to select, and this is where it gets a little bit interesting. We're going to do a tuple here, and we're going to select book as select, author as select. So we get both of those. Excellent. And then we just load it, right? So then get results, and the connection, context, getting all books and authors. Okay. You aren't able to tell me what you are. Fine. So you're going to be a VEC of a tuple of book and author. The tests themselves should run in parallel even with diesel being sync. Yeah, but when I guess like while some of the database stuff happens, it does switch over to other tests, doesn't it? Yeah, that's interesting. I am curious about that. That does seem interesting that I haven't run into problems with it. Let me run. Let's throw a to do in here. That'll make you happy. Okay, so book and authors. We have you. That gives us a vec, a book, and author together, and now is this how I want to do it? Or do I want to get all of the books and then I get all of the authors? Oh, they're belonging to the books. I think that's what I want to do. You foresee an intermittent failure in CI? Uh-oh. Are you going from like no errors in CI to a bunch of errors in CI? That's what happens to me whenever I try something new. It takes me a while before I get to where I want it to be. All right, so this is one way potential way to do it. The other potential way to do it is just to get all the books. So books equals and do this as all books. Okay, so books. I don't want to join or anything else like this. I just want a books. Select. Load from the connection. Oh, wait. I don't even have to do this, do I? Because we have the get all books. Hold on. Get all books. Okay, so getting all the books and then for each book, so I want to map through the books. So let's do that all books. So let's shadow all the books here. So that all books equals all books. Might as well into iterator it. We're going to map you. And so we'll have a book. And I want to now grab the book authors. So on a book. So give me the book authors. Right, it's the table. So book author belonging to book. Inner join author table. Select author as select. and then load the connection. I can't do an unmap without can I do a try unmap? Is there a try? Is there a try map? There's no try map. Okay, so I can't do that, which means that I want to make you mutable. And so what we want to do then is say for book in immutable reference to all books. Now for this book, I want to get all the authors for the book. And so then, so we could just do all authors. Let's do book authors, because that's a little bit more correct. You're gonna be book author belonging to the book. Inner join author table. Select author as select. Get results. Context is getting all authors for book. Okay, so that gives me that, and then you don't know what you are, so you are a vector of author. Book author belonging to book, inner join, select, get results, context. Mismatch types, expected, struct of author, found, struct, book authors table. Book authors table. When I got the results, context. What are you upset about? The trait bound book identifiable is not satisfied. Oh, are you? Oh, you're not happy with that. Can I? Ooh, because that becomes. Wait, so can I not give you a mute? Oh, okay. So. Oh, there's a way to do this. With the many-to-many, I get all the authors. Oh, I just literally, okay, so I group them. Oh, right, we have to do the group by thing in here. I forgot about that. Yeah, because now we get books per author. Okay. I'm doing it the other way around, but okay. All books per author. So then, yeah, okay. So I have to get all of the authors that way. So not like this. So we say, just become all authors like that. This become authors for those books, right? So authors for books this becomes book author. Oh, who was it called again? Not joinable, belonging to all books, inner join author table, select author as select, get results, connection. Okay, so getting authors for books. Okay, and then you're going to be a vector of author, right? And then you get books per author, group by all authors. And then zip them together. Okay. So group by. So then we do the thing that we just got. So we do let books with authors equals authors for books. Is it group by or grouped by? Grouped by. Grouped by all books. Yeah, and then I'm able to just iterate it and zip it. Okay, so into iter, zip this together. Zip the author, zip authors. Don't I want to zip? Okay. Yeah, this always confuses me the way that Diesel does this. Okay, so get authors. I don't care about that. Okay, so hold on. We do all authors, belonging to authors, group by all authors. Zip authors. And the authors belonging to collaboration, but I have to get the authors. Can't I just zip in the books? So I'm going to zip all books. Yeah, and then we map this. And here we have, let's see, it's the first one first, right? So it's going to be the books with authors. So it's going to be authors book, I think. The method group by exists, but the trait bounds were not satisfied. The following trait bounds were not satisfied. Author as inter-editor item, which is required by author, diesel group by, author sized. Okay, so hold on. Do I do group by from one of the other ones, or do I do group by books in a way that they set up the books? Oh, book doesn't have anything. Okay, so oh, I think it's this. Books group by. It exists for struct table, but its trait bounds are not satisfied. So books grouped by authors for books. Zip all books, or group by all books. Zip authors for books. Trait bounds were not satisfied. That's fun. What did I do wrong here? So you're doing, okay, so you're coming from books. And you're, okay, so let's start this over again. Let's do books with authors. And so if I do books, wait, did I do grouped by? It's okay, it's a group by, but they have the here group by. Oh, that may not be what I want then. Wait a second, do I want the table? Grouped by all books or authors for books? I think it was the authors for books, right? No, neither of those. Okay, and then you, what did I do wrong? We did this before and we got it working. Okay, so I need to find what book looks like here. Queryable, identifiable, selectable. So it's just that. Okay. Yeah, and that's the only book. And then authors for the book. And you're doing the opposite way. So I probably actually want to go around the opposite way. I want to start, instead of with books, I want to start with authors. Oh, I wonder if I actually need to do this off of book authors, because that's where this DSL is. So, okay, so we get all the books. I wonder if I need to get all the authors too. Okay, so get book author belonging to all books. So this gives us a vec of author. So if I do book authors grouped by authors for books. And then authors probably wouldn't work either. Did I bring in the prelude? Yeah, we have Diesel Prelude here. Yeah, because that was a problem last time, wasn't it? For when we went through this and did this before. Okay, so we did all the posts. And the post is belonging to a user. So recent posts load. Okay, so I grabbed all the posts, I loaded them, and then I grouped by the users that they had. I wonder if I need... I wonder if we actually need to have book authors as part of the thing here. So what if I select, so authors for books, so book author belonging to inner join, author table, select book author, as select, author as select. Okay, group by clause up there is not happy. Hold on. Oh, and then this is going to be, so book author like that. Okay. Oh, as selects. That's a function. Okay, so we have you. You're happy. Now, book authors grouped by the thing we want to pull in, right? Because that's what we saw here. We have recent post from the users. Yeah, then we got the user. So recent post. So give me all the books. So it's not silly, something like that, right? No. Huh. Okay. Is book authors the table? You need something like a vector. Yeah. So book authors is a table, books is a table, and authors is a table. So we have book. Okay, so we're starting with the join table, book author. So give me book author belonging to all books, which that, I mean, does this even make sense? It's like, actually, wait, does this even make sense here? So if I get all the books first, I can't no, I do have to do book author belonging to all books, inner join the author table to get the authors, and then we select, okay, so in this case I have the book author and author that we're getting those. So I have a vector of book author and author. And then I want to do the group by thing. Now, okay, so the method group by exists for struct table, but its trait bounds were not satisfied. Okay, so we have authors, group by that, and then if I'll do, yeah, so like no matter what, you're upset. And if I start with all books, and I try to bring in authors for books, you're unhappy too. Oh, it wouldn't be all books. It would be books like. It'd be like that. And so if we try like sort of like the variety, like the mixed groups of here, but books is a table, and that's where it gets really weird. It was like, okay, isn't that the table? Oh, that's the result of the query. Oh, it's not the DSL stuff that we need. Okay, hold on. So maybe I don't need any of you. So you're whatever the belonging to is, which is the author for books. So authors for books grouped by all books. That's what it is. Okay. Zip all books. I don't know why I got into my mind that I needed the table to do that from. Okay, so we're gonna have. Okay, so then I don't need this massive select thing. So I don't care about the book author. I just care about the author as select. So we have you grouped by. Oh, do you need them together to know how to do the group by? Oh, that's what it is. It needs, that's why it failed. Okay, I think we actually tried that the first time, didn't we? And so we're going to get, this is authors for group. So what? Authors, Vec with book author, author. Yeah. We have authors and then singular book. That's what it is. Okay, cool. So then what I want to return is a tuple with the book. And I just want the author. How do I only get, I really just want the author here. I would love to have that. So map, collect. I want this to be a vec of a tuple of book and a vec of author. That's what I want here. That's not going to work because you're book author. And so I would love to not get book author here. But grouped by doesn't work because it doesn't know how. Yeah, so authors for all books. If I just get a vec of this author, how did you do this here? Because you books, book author, select. Oh, you did both. Okay, so you did grab both of these like that. Okay. Grouped by into editor, zip authors, map, be author. Oh, yeah. They just do an internal map in here. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I didn't notice that. So I do need to have that group. You're unhappy here, so I have to into iterator map you. We have an author, right? We have that. I don't care about you and an author. And I just return the author. That's off that map. So then I collect you. That's it. That does it. Okay. All right, we got it. So now we have our book authors that has a vec, a book with author. And so now I want to return an okay and books with authors. So now when I run this test, everything passes. That's what we wanted to see. All right. Okay. I know it's 12, but let's do the last test here, which is the opposite of this. Get all authors and their books. So, oh, wait. I haven't finished writing this test, have I? So get all books and the authors. Test book author test. Yeah, so I just test that you're greater than 4. That's the only thing we're testing right now. So then we need to go through here and check to see that things look the way they're supposed to look. Okay, let's see if we can do this before I end and go grab lunch. Let's see if I can do this without food. Okay, so I want to, I'm guessing, loop through all the books and authors. So let's just do 4. So book with, and really I can just get this, right? So I have book and then authors. So 4 book and authors in all books with authors. All right, so that gives me, I now have a book and I have the author. So we now know we don't have that many books here, but it kind of sucks. We can test to see, like, and do some if statements here, and it's not the worst thing in the world. So if the book.id is equal to book 1 ID. Okay, so book 1 ID is book without an author. So we should be able to now assert equal that authors dot length is 0. Okay. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, we probably also want to assert equal that book.name is book 1 name. That. Okay. Else if book.id is equal to book 2 ID. Okay, so let's do this one first. So book.name is book 2 name. And then book 2 has 1 author. So assert equal this is gonna be authors length is 1, and assert equal authors 0 name is author. Okay, so who wrote book 2 is author 2 name. So author 2 name. Okay. Now something else, just because I'm paranoid, what happens if, like, we didn't find any of these books at all? That's not great. We're checking to see, hey, we found at least enough books, but did we actually find these books? Who knows? So we could count how many books we got. So let's try that. We'll do let mute. So found books, and we start with 0. And then for each of these, let's just also found books plus equals to 1. I know it's going to be, it's a little hacky, but at the end here, we should be able to say that we found all 4 books, right? Because we have 4 books. We have book 4 name. Yeah, book 4 books. So we'll do assert equal. So in that case, I don't actually need to do this assert anymore. We just loop through you, assert equal that found books is equal to 4. Okay. So else if book.id is equal to book 3 ID, Okay, so kind of want to do this at the beginning. Okay, so we assert, so assert equal book.name is book3 name. We assert equal author's length is, okay, so how many people wrote 3? Co-wrote, so 2 authors wrote 3, so this should be 2. Okay. And then we should loop through here. Oh, we can do the all thing, right? So assert authors iter all author.name is equal to, all right, who wrote book 3? Author 3 wrote book 3 and author 4 co-wrote book 3. So this will be author 4 name, author, let's do author 3 name, or author.name is equal to author 4 name. Okay, so now we're checking that, and then finally, else if book.id is equal to book 4 ID. Okay, so assert equal book.name is book 4 name. Assert equal author's length. Okay, book 4. Another book with 1 author, and that's author 2, right? So this should be length 1. And then assert equal authors 0 name is author. Is it author 2 name? Author 2 name. Author 2 name. Okay. Time to go. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you, Asitsu, and have a great rest of your day. Okay. So there we go. That you are not set equals. You're checking if equals. Okay. Excellent. You know what? I probably could have done this as a match, couldn't have I? I wonder if Clippy would yell at me. Because this could easily be a match statement. Maybe we'll refactor it to that. But okay, so we should find that. So if I cargo test, passing tests. Okay, excellent. So that makes sense. This all should work. I kind of do want to refactor this into a match statement. So if I match on book ID, we will have, oh, can I do something like this? Can I dynamically do it where we have like book 1 ID? And then we run this. And then we have, if you're not one of those things, we just continue. Expected array. Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's how to do it. My inner TypeScript came out and I ran that there. That's how in JavaScript you could do stuff on the left-hand side of a colon and an object. And that's not the right language here. Okay, so that's book 1 IDs. That gets rid of you. And then book 2 ID comes to this. I want to delete you and paste you in here. Okay. What are you upset about? Found books plus equals to 1. Why are you upset with this? Expected a comma. Oh, yeah. Missing that. Why aren't you giving me nice like that? That seems, well, it's probably because of all of this stuff is messed up still. Okay, so book 3 ID, we delete you and throw you in here. Okay, you're happy, and then 4 ID. You'll need literals in place of book 1 ID, book 2 ID, etc. for that to work. Will I? Can I not use this as oh, I do literals, but we don't know that that is. Okay, so I have then I do have to use if statements. Can I not do dynamic like variables for the match? I guess not, right? Yeah, I'm binding. Okay, so never mind. That okay. Good idea, but doesn't work. All right. So if that, blah, 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 everything works. Test. Everything works. Also, Skimmus, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so you're all happy. And then that gives us, yeah, because author has no book, so author is never found, which is fine. Okay. Let's just go ahead and stay a little bit of extra time. Who cares about that? So get all books and authors test. Let's repeat this test now. I'll go the other way around. So get all authors with their books. Test. I need to come here. And so we're going to say pub function get all authors and books. Yeah, authors and books. Just have a connection. Results. The vec of author. No, tuple author vec book. Okay, and then you will be an okay vec. So an empty vector to begin with. Okay, you're happy. Okay, so it's the exact same setup here. Just got a little bit of time out of work, so hopped in for the stream. Well, thank you for joining. Hopefully your day is going pretty well so far. All right, so we have the same setup where we have the various books and authors, and this time the book without an author is going to be the one left out. So we have author, oh, not book one, book ID, book one ID. That's what it is. Okay, so we do the associations, all books with authors. So, okay, so this is going to be all authors with books. And so this is going to be get all authors and books, pass to the connection, found authors. Okay, so this is going to be rename to author, rename to books. So in all authors with books. Okay, so if author ID, I can't do that. So this is going to be author one ID. Found authors plus equals 1. The book.length should be 0, right? So author 1. Author without a book. So yes. 0. Author name is author 1 name. Great. Okay, if author 2 ID. Okay. Found authors. Author name should be author 2 name. Author 2 wrote 2 books, 2 and 4. So book's length is 2. Assert equals, so actually this is going to be our assert. Books, getter all, book, book.name is equal to, they wrote 2 and 4, right? So book 2 name, or name is equal to book 4 name. Okay. And then that's it for there. Yeah. So author 3 ID. You should be author 3 name. 3 name. Okay. Author 3 wrote book 3. So author 3 is 1. So okay, books 0 name should be book 3 name. Okay. Oh, assert equal. There you go. You're happy. And then author 4 ID. Okay, so author 4 name. Books.length. Okay, so author 4 co-wrote book 3. So books.length 4 name is book 3 name. Okay, that should be it. Steven, hello. How are you doing today? All right, found authors 4. So let's run our test, and this should just actually no, this will fail. This will fail because this is not being written yet. We need to write this. Oh, pretty bad. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully things, start getting better soon. Okay, so connection. Okay, so we want to get all authors first. So we do let all authors equals to get all authors, we use schema authors DSL authors. So authors, let's just select author as select. Okay, so we get everything there, and we get results. Pass the connection. Oh wait, I'm being silly. We don't need to use this. I don't need to do any of this. We already have a method for this. I keep on forgetting. Let's just reuse what we have. Get all authors. Connection. Simple. Okay, we have all of our authors now. I need to get the book authors. So books with authors. So books with authors. And then this is going to be, okay, this one we use schema book authors, DSL, book authors. Okay. Now again, I don't need to do this. I'm doing it from memory. You start with the table. It's the struct. Book author belonging to all authors. Okay, so belonging to all authors, select, and now we need to get both of them. We learned that the hard way. So we need to get book author as select, get all authors in a book. So books. So book as select, get results, connection. So this is getting all books with authors. Okay. Got to study, got to clutch up. All right. Well, good luck studying. Hopefully things go better for you soon. All right. So you don't know what you are, so let's go ahead. Let's tell you what you are. You are a vec with a tuple of book author and book. Right? Select book author, book. Oh, I forgot to join. Yeah, that would help. Inner join. Inner join book table. That would help. That would help a lot. Okay, so there we go. So now we have the books and the authors, and now I want to do let the authors with books This is now going to be our grouped by, right? We have to do the group by, grouped by the books with authors. So books with authors grouped by all authors. Okay, so group that together into iterate this. And then we map you. No, then we zip you. And we zip. Okay, so this is the authors with books. So we zip the all authors. Now we map you. And we have a tuple of books with authors. So these are books and author, singular. And I want to return a tuple with the author and then the books, but we have to I probably want to into iterate this. So into iter map you. I don't care about the book author. I just care about the book. And I want to return the book. Collect you. I don't have to give you a type because this one's going to have the type. So we're going to collect you into a vec of author vec book. No, just a tuple. I had too many vecs. Like that. Like that. Collect field expressions can have a generic argument. Why is that a generic argument? Uh-oh. Hold on. So yeah, that's collect, and then that closes that one. So then we collect off of this map, right? So you should be collect off the map. Oh, I was missing that. Author is not an iterator. Are you a vec? You might be a vec. You're not that. You're a vec here. I was right. Now what? Author unknown is not an iterator. Oh, unknown. Uh-oh. Fine. Okay. So you are collect just a vec, a book. Expected oh no, a comma. I'm missing something. All right, I may need to redo the map again. Okay, so hold on. Let's do this again. I was missing. Okay, hold on. I was missing a closing in which oh, this turbo fish. I see it now. Right there. Right there. There we go. Okay, good. Author vecbook is not an iterator. Why are, let's see. So collect a vec of author vec book. Wait, is that? I keep on, my brain is like going to mush. So this map is a vec of book author. So it's a book. Oh, I have this very backwards. Hold on. Let's try this again. So this altogether is a vec of a tuple with an author, another vec, a book. Author vec book is not an iterator. And then I return, okay. Wait, why is this map showing a map like that? Aren't I collecting off of the map? Oh. That's what it was. I was putting the yeah, okay, so I was missing all sorts of stuff. That was fun. Aro Claude, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, and then we return an okay author with books. Authors with books. So then we run our tests and everything should pass. There we go. And that is the assessment. Since last time you started a noob Rust open source project. Nice. NF router. I would totally go through that on stream, but I am starving and I need to end the stream to go grab lunch. So sorry about that. But that's really cool. What does it do? Like NF router is it like a router for like Axum or a front end or something like that? I guess what's the NF stand for? Oh, it's a command line router firewall. Oh. So that's very different than what I was expecting. So it's cool. Well, that sounds a lot of fun. Yeah, I haven't really touched any of that kind of stuff in a long time. So that's cool. Nice. Very systems programming there. Okay, so if we go to our course, we have create the functions for book authors. Now to do, okay, so write the assessment. Create a test for the seeding. Create a list of tests for the assessment. Obviously, write tests. That's done. We need to remove or like create solution branch. We need to remove solution from main branch. Thank you. Complete the assessment. We'll take a note. Okay, so that's done. Okay. And then that's it. So am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything in here. So it's really the same stuff here, which is how to do all the fun stuff, how to pull it in, and we can start working on that next time. So that's going to be writing a bunch of articles and doing a bunch of other stuff. Network Foundation or Network Firewall? Oh, you're trying to figure out the name properly? Probably. I don't know. If it's a router and a firewall, then it can be either, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and see, we wrote you. It has been a while since I've done this. Let's commit this. So we finished the assessment. Well, kind of. Oh, I don't even have a remote for this? Well, that's a problem. The GitHub repo create. So existing that. Diesel Rust course builds. This is private. Okay, add a remote, yes. Origin for that. Yes. Okay, that goes there. And then the assessment. Let's get rid of these warnings. Okay, no warnings anymore. Just to make sure, let's run our tests again. You're all good. Excellent. Ooh, NetWall. Yeah, but you have to rename the repo, right, to NW? But that is a pretty good name. I like that. Okay, let's get started. Add that. Oh, I have my .env in there. That's not good to have. Get restore staged. So get stage.env. Let us update or get ignore. Add in a .env. Okay, git commit. We have everything in here is pretty good. So created assessment. That's fine. Do I have anything in here? I do. Okay, so that's pushed up. Excellent. Details. Yeah, exactly. All right, so you're all happy. Everything's good here. We're good to go. All right. So that leaves just sort of spinning down the stream. No more streams for the rest of this week. Next week, I haven't looked at the calendar or sort of like events yet, so I'm not exactly sure what the schedule will be, but I'll make that up on the weekend and share that with Discord. And we will start working on the actual course proper and getting like articles written and all the fun stuff. So with that, I hope that you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for stopping by, and I will see you all next time, whenever that is. Bye.